Good morning and welcome to Rose Red Homestead, where overnight we just had the most fabulous snow that we have had in years. When we first moved here, we would get good snowstorms, 8 inches a foot, and almost every winter, and then it gradually slacked off until we've had some winters with almost no snow, and we thought this was going to be one such winter, but we got a lovely surprise. And I just took a quick walk around this morning and want to show you what our place looks like when it is covered in about 6 to 8 inches of snow. Good morning, and before we start today's video, we're going to just take a quick look outside. I'm now on our sleeping porch, and take a look. Overnight, we had a wonderful snowstorm. This is the most snow that we have had in years. It used to snow this much when we first moved here, but not for years, so this is just glorious. A little bit of snow on our table blew in and some petals on the floor. The other night it was so cold that we snatched the electric blanket to put on our bed. It's a smaller size, and so we just got our new one that fits our bed, and it was glorious sleeping under it for the first time last night. But we have to come back out here and remake this bed. And we did get one of these lovely heaters so that we can come out here and enjoy. But now we're going to take a walk out the back door. Hi, honey, how's it going?
Slow.
You're on camera.
Oh, hi. How are you?
So Jim has been shoveling snow, and take a look at our cars. They're buried, but he's done a great job in shoveling so that we can get to them. But here's our yard. We're starting to get some blue skies. The snow is supposed to be over, but Jim is all bundled up there. And more blue skies in the distance. So we're so grateful for this snow. So now back to our regular video. So that little clip was early this morning. The sun is now out and the snow is not going to last long. It'll be gone by tomorrow or the next day, and we're not expecting any more. So today we're going to continue with what we have been doing with gems for food storage. And we're focusing right now on the pseudo cereals. And these are plant seeds, not from the grass family, like wheat and rye are from the grass family, but these are from different plant families, so they're not true grains, but they are pseudo cereals because they are seeds, and when they are cooked, they act pretty much just like the cereals do. Like the other two that we have already covered, this is quinoa today, and quinoa is a powerhouse. It is considered a superfood. That would be a superfood because of its nutrition. So let's just take a quick look at what quinoa can do for us. First of all, 1 cup has 200, this is 1 cup of cooked, has 222 calories, 3.6 grams of fat, 8.1 grams of protein, and that is very high. That is one reason why this is a superfood. And carbs, 39 grams, a fiber, 5.2 grams. Again, that's very, very high. And then we have lots of vitamins and minerals. So like the other pseudo cereals, quinoa is gluten-free. It is a complete protein. It has all of the amino acids that our body needs, whereas the regular cereal grains do not. But these pseudo cereals do have all of the amino acids, which is fantastic to be able to get that, and it shows up in the protein. So it is a complete protein, and it has numerous health benefits. The Cleveland Clinic lists these first 4. It aids in digestive health. It can cut colon cancer risk. It controls hunger, so it's really good for weight loss and it lowers the risk of diabetes. It also is just full of antioxidants and anti-inflammatories. So this is a fantastic pseudo cereal. And so we're going to today do a couple of things with it. First of all, I'm going to show you how to cook it. And I did that earlier this morning, so we're going to watch this little clip right now. We're back here by the cooktop, and I'm getting ready to cook quinoa. So I'm going to turn it on, and we'll turn it to about medium. The ratio is 1 cup of quinoa to 2 cups of water. And this will cook very similar to the other pseudo cereals that we have been featuring on our Food Storage Gems series. So we'll bring you back when there's a little bit of action here. As you can see, the quinoa is thickening up. It still has a ways to go. It takes about 20 minutes to get these all cooked. So we will continue letting it do its thing. So it's been about 20 minutes, and the water is almost all the way absorbed, not quite. But when it gets to this point, I just turn the heat off, put the lid on tight, and I just let it sit for a little while. And it will absorb the rest of that water and be ready for our salad in just a little bit. So here it is, and it has cooled down so that we're going to be able to use it in a salad. Now, quinoa, just like all of the others that we have covered so far, is a great addition to bread. And so I'm going to show a clip of how our bread turned out. I'm not going to go through making the bread, just how it turned out, and Jim and I are going to do a little taste test to show you that, oh my gosh, I almost think that the addition of quinoa is even more delicious than the addition of buckwheat or amaranth. But anyway, here is our little clip on the bread. Here is our loaf of bread made with the quinoa, along with our regular 6-grain cereal. It is just beautiful. So I'm going to take it over and put it on the rack. So here it is. It's a little bumpier than the others are. The quinoa really is coming through in little tiny specks there. It surely smells good. And we will go ahead and taste test this in a little bit after it's had time to cool. Okay, so it's all cool. Are you ready to taste this?
Sure, that's still pretty hot.
No, it is not. It's very cold because I had a nap.
Oh, that's what it is. Uh-huh, yeah, right.
Okay, so I just like to do this without butter or anything, just to see what this is going to taste. Now, this is quinoa. And I know that you've tasted the other 3 as well.
Yes, I have. Oh.
Oh,
It's nice bread.
this is good.
Crunchy, good crumb.
Yeah. I think this is my favorite of the 3 so far.
Yes, it's very nice.
Well, good. Okay, so there you have adding quinoa to your bread. And regardless of your bread, this of course is the recipe right out of our book on page 35. But you can use any bread recipe, and I added a three-quarters.
What can I say?
I added 3/4 of a cup to the bread dough, to the regular recipe. And that's on top of the 1 cup of the 6-grain rolled cereal. So it turned out fantastic.
It did, very nice.
Hey. Okay, so you saw how that went, and we're still using that bread. We had some for breakfast this morning. I made that bread probably 4 days ago maybe. So quinoa is extraordinarily versatile. You can use it for sweet recipes, for savory recipes. You can add it pretty much to anything that you might be making in terms of soups and stews, or pancakes or muffins or biscuits or bread like we did. And it is wonderful in salads. There's lots of salad recipes all over the internet. So today, to show you how quinoa works in a salad, we're going to be making a Mediterranean salad. And that was what the quinoa was for that we cooked this morning. So we'll be using that in just a few minutes. But I have all of the ingredients set out right here. And I will put the link to this recipe below the description of the video so that you can have it as well, because it is really, really delicious. Now quinoa, I better show you quinoa first, and you saw it as we cooked it, but it's just another one of the very tiny, tiny little seeds. Not as tiny as amaranth is, but it's still plenty tiny. And when you cook it, you can always tell that it's quinoa because it releases a little white ring of substance. And sometimes they're like a little half crescent, or sometimes it's a full ring. But looking at the bowl of it, you can tell that you've got quinoa there because of those little white rings that release from the seed. So our recipe says the first thing we do is we make the dressing. So we're going to add the olive oil, the olive juice, garlic, oregano, salt, pepper in a small bowl. So here is our small bowl. Now it calls for, these are Kalamata olives. And if you've never used Kalamata olives before, they are just delicious. I'm a black olive lover. And these are a little bit more salty than regular black olives, and they have a tangier taste, but it's just wonderful. So I've already chopped a half a cup of those olives. They're right here. But right now we're going to get a tablespoon of this juice. And it's a little bit reddish, and it's going in our bowl. So we have that. And then we have 2 tablespoons of the olive oil. So here's 1 and 2. Boy, do I ever love these little dispensers. I have one for olive oil, I have one for avocado oil, and I don't know, I'll put the link to these in the product part underneath the video. So in case you want to check them out. I don't know how I ever got along without these little dispensers. They're fantastic. And then we add 2 cloves of garlic, and I have those right here. And I put them through my garlic press so they're nice and tiny. And then in this little bowl, I have a teaspoon of oregano, leaf oregano, a teaspoon of kosher salt, and a half a teaspoon of pepper. And there is our dressing. So I'm just going to mix this around. And we're going to set that aside. Then we are going to now put in a cup of chopped spinach. And we have 2 cups of halved small tomatoes, tiny tomatoes, grape tomatoes, whatever they're called. A half a cup of the Kalamata olives that I have sliced. Let's see if we've got everything. Tomatoes, olives, spinach. And then we mix these. Very Mediterranean with the spinach and the tomatoes and the Kalamata olives. Okay, then after we have mixed everything, we add the quinoa. And this is our 1 cup of cooked quinoa that we cooked this morning. So this is going to make a lot of salad. And we mix these ingredients together. Ooh, so pretty. The red and the green, and then the dark purple olives with the whitish quinoa. It's lovely. It smells really good as well. Now we add then a half a cup of our feta cheese, and these are just feta cheese crumbles. And all of the dressing. And we toss again. And there we have it. So I'm just going to hold it up so you can see it really well. Now this salad is very versatile. You could make a grain bowl out of it by not mixing the ingredients together, but rather putting the quinoa in one pile and then adding the other ingredients and drizzling with the dressing and then eating it that way. It is good just as is as a lunch meal. We are going to use it for dinner tonight. And so I am going to put this in the refrigerator and chill it for several hours, and then we're going to come back when it's just about time for supper, and I'm going to show you what we are going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take a little taste of it right now and compare the taste right now with the taste after a few hours. So I'm just going to stir this around a little bit, see if I can get one of everything, a tomato, an olive, and some of the spinach. Wow. It is fantastic. Those Kalamata olives just really pop the flavor. So I'm glad that they are throughout. It does need to chill. So in it goes, and we'll be back when we're ready to plate this salad up with something else for an evening meal for us. So see you soon. Here we are ready for dinner. The salad has been chilling for about 4 hours, and I've just made some salmon patties. And so we're going to have this salad as a side for our salmon patties.
And this salad is what?
This is our Mediterranean salad with
Quinoa?
with quinoa.
Oh, okay.
Yes, while you were out shoveling snow.
Oh, was I shoveling snow today?
You were shoveling snow today. And this will be a great salad to have as a side with these salmon patties. So, are we ready to try?
Sure. We want
Okay.
to get a close-up of these or not?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So, you have 2 salmon patties, I have 1 salmon patty, and then here's our Mediterranean salad. And they just look absolutely beautiful.
They do.
So we are going to be taste testing this salad.
That's nice. The olives really come through very well.
Yes, they do. They really give it a pop. My little taste test earlier, that's what really came through for me
Yeah.
too. The chilling of the salad has made a huge, huge difference. So I'm just going to take a bite of the salmon patty. And these were salmon patties that were home canned.
This was from what, a couple of years ago or something like that?
And back in 24, we canned the salmon. And then having the salad as a side.
That's good salmon.
The salad is a perfect side, don't you think, for this?
The salad tastes good.
Thank you, thank you. I think so too. So this is a success, and remember that you can just use quinoa in any one of a number of ways. In recipes that you already love, just adding a little bit of quinoa will increase the nutritional value. So thanks for being with us, and we'll see you again very shortly for more videos.